Actually, for the first time, I don't really have a score for this movie. But I think after the spoiler room, I think I'll be able to come up with a final grade. Captain Flick, what did you think of Infinity War? Malak, have you seen Captain Flick?
Why would I do anything to Captain Flick? I mean, sure, I don't like him, but I think you have a hard time coming up with a sinister plan.
Well, if you didn't do anything to Captain Flick, then what happened to him?
Captain Flick? Captain Flick! Guess I'll have to do the spoiler room myself. I know everyone's seen these movies by now, but Captain Flick took too long. Hello, Alpha Meg Wolf. This is Movie Man here. I am filling in for a late Captain Flick on the spoilers for both Deadpool 2 and Adventures Infinity War. Before again, you can see the room's a little empty. I'm in the process of moving, so after this, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. Okay? Anyways, let's start with the spoiler room. Let's start with Infinity War, since that one came out first. Thanos wins and kills, like, half the rosters. Off the top of my head, I can think of Drax, Groot, Star-Lord, Nebula, Gamora, Loki, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, I got triggered there in the theater, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. I should just, okay, you know what, just look at each other, let's say who's left. All that's left are Rocket, Thor, Hulk, Cap, Iron Man, Nebula, Black Widow, and is anyone else? Like, a whole lot of them die. They all mostly just turn to dust at the end. So now let's move on to... Oh, you're here. Good. I didn't know how long I could phone it in.
You bastard. I saw you. You're the one that kidnapped me.
You accuse me of a crime I didn't do.
You know what you did. Prepare to fight.
This room shall be your grave!
Malik, what are you doing here?
Wait, so it wasn't Movie Man? It was you?
I guess I'll call the police and have them take him away.
No. He's too powerful to be contained by the cops.
Well, we can't just leave him here. He's a villain.
True. I think the writer was high when he wrote this part.
Does he do that often?
According to the script, we were supposed to see another portal in the sky, which would summon his siege chariot. But that's now not going to happen.
Well, guess you better shut the spoiler room.
Sure. So one of the things I did enjoy about Infinity War was how they gave Thanos some humility. Like, you almost understood his plan. He thought that there was too much destruction and crime going on in the universe. And he thinks that by wiping out half of life, he thinks that you'll accomplish that goal. And he'll only do that by getting all 6 Infinity Stones, which he ends up doing, for those of you who have seen the movie. And this is a spoiler video, so I'm just going into detail. One of the things that sent shivers down my spine about this movie was that when the Guardians of the Galaxy met up with Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, and although that was awesome and everything, the part was when Doctor Strange used the Time Stone to look ahead to the future, and out of all the outcomes, which was 14,605 that he saw, only one of them was of the Avengers winning. And that proves that the odds were heavily against them. Another thing that I liked about this movie was the relationship between Vision and Wanda. Most of their chemistry was off screen, but even when it came to the part where Vision dies, that scene still hits like a train. Like it still hits you right in the feels. And another thing, I admit, I almost got a little emotional when I saw that Vision mouthed the words, "I love you," to Wanda. And that proves that their love is genuine. And I'm not sure how the Russo brothers did it, but much like Civil War, they are able to balance out all these characters. Some of them may get a little more screen time than others because, this is a new movie. And I just overall really enjoy it. And there's actually some theories that I have about Infinity War here. One of the theories is that Gamora is not actually dead. For those of you that know, Thanos sacrificed Gamora on the planet of Vormir in order to get the Soul Stone. And we ended up getting a cameo by Red Skull, which was actually pretty cool, to be honest. I'm sure Hugo Weaving really enjoyed doing that. And that was pretty emotional. The score was fantastic, as a matter of fact. Alan Silvestri really outdid himself with this one. The humility part about Thanos was that in order to get the Soul Stone, he had to sacrifice something he loved, a soul for a soul. And Gamora thought this was perfect because she thought that Thanos doesn't love anything or anybody. But then when we saw that tears were running down his face, that's when we thought, oh, he actually does love her, which actually is pretty powerful, considering he took her in as his own, even though he slaughtered half of her people. And Nebula actually unintentionally helped Thanos figure out where the Soul Stone is, when Gamora tells him. And when it came time for the Battle of Wakanda, that was actually pretty intense, considering the last third of the movie focused on that one battle, and it was absolutely epic. And when Thor, Rocket, and Groot came in after they finished building Thor's new hammer, Stormbreaker, which was made by another appearance by Peter Dinklage, who was actually a giant in this one. It was absolutely epic. The theater just roared, and it was an awesome experience. I really enjoyed this movie. I can't wait to see what the next movie brings in. Oh yeah, and one other thing. This is the post-credit scene. There's not one in between the main credits and everything. But this one was pretty cool. You see Fury and Maria Hill together again after Winter Soldier. And then we see that more people on Earth are vanishing, and Hill ends up vanishing, and so Fury quickly grabs a pager, presses a few buttons to send a message, and then he ends up dying or disappearing. And then we zoom in on the little pager, and we're thinking, oh, what is this going to be? And it ends up being a tease for Captain Marvel. Well, possibly the one person in the MCU, or going to be a part of the MCU, that has the power to beat Thanos. So that overall does it for Infinity War. As for Deadpool 2, basically, we have a few teases from other superhero movies. They have a tease for Batman v Superman, Captain America Winter Soldier. Even when Josh Brolin is in this, Deadpool actually calls him Thanos, which was pretty good, hilarious, I'm not going to lie. Vanessa, the love interest, ends up dying, which I guess is a little sad, but then again, it's a superhero sequel. That means some major character has to be killed off. And Juggernaut is actually in this movie. He is actually befriending Russell, the boy that Deadpool is trying to save. And Juggernaut is an absolute badass, especially in the climax when he goes one-on-one with Colossus. That is actually pretty freaking amazing. And when it came time for the final showdown between Russell, Deadpool, and Cable as well, because Cable says that Russell, in a few years, ends up killing Cable's family, which actually is a pretty good reason for Cable to go and, get revenge, even though technically revenge is not always the best answer. But there's also these collars that takes away Immune's powers, and Deadpool tries to use that to help Russell out. And they also have teases to Wolverine and such. They have a tease for Logan in the beginning and near the end when Deadpool gets in the way of Cable's shot towards Russell, and we have a little bit of a moment, kind of like in Logan. For those of you that don't know, spoiler: Logan dies. But it's okay. That's like my favorite, one of Wilby's favorite movies of 2017, and I really enjoyed it as well. And there's also some end credit scenes in here as well. There's one where Deadpool uses Cable's time traveling powers. Another thing I forgot to mention. Deadpool is saved by Cable, who uses the last of his time traveling powers to save him. And Deadpool uses more of that power to travel back in time to fix some ungodly mistakes, like the creation of the Green Lantern movie, and killing off himself in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which also was pretty hilarious. So that's just what does it for Spoiler Room for both Deadpool 2 and Infinity War. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and it was a ton of fun.
Alright, let's see what video I can do today. Captain Flick?
Oh, Wilby. Nice to see you again, man.
What happened to you?
That actually reminds me, have you ever figured out a grade for Infinity War and Deadpool 2?
Oh, well, for Infinity War, I'm gonna give it a solid A. And for Deadpool 2, I'm gonna say a B+.
Hey, one other thing. Can I wrap up this video, please?
No.
I'm doing it anyway. Until next time, see you later, posse.